So slope is 3. So we're looking at if I have this point or if I have this point. Does it matter which one I use? Okay, why is it not going to matter, do you think? Yeah, if they both come from the same line, then when we're writing in slope-intercept form, because if you look like way down here at the bottom in part C, it says that they want the slope-intercept form. That's frequently what they do. They give us this information, and we have to go through the point slope to get to the slope-intercept form. All right, so if we do the first one, we're going to set that equation up in point slope. What's that going to look like?
Y minus 4 equals 8 versus x plus 2.
All right. And he just put the opposite sign in there. We talked about that yesterday. If you don't remember that, then you just write it from the formula. But if you remember that, it makes it a little bit easier. We're just going to write the opposite sign in there, okay? All right, so if I want to get this into slope-intercept form, what do I then need to do? Because I need something that looks like y equals mx plus b, and that is not what I have here.
You would have to distribute, and then you're going to do the inverse operation of subtracting 4.
Okay.
After you distribute it.
All right, so I'm going to start out by bringing down my y minus 4. I'm going to leave that alone for a minute, and I'm going to do what Christian said. I'm going to distribute the 3, which is going to give me 3x plus 6. All right, and then I'm going to do what Christian said. I'm going to do the inverse of subtract 4, and I'm going to add 4. Where do I add 4? To the 6. Why can't I add it to 3x? They're not like terms. Okay, this is something that sometimes we get a little mixed up on. It's just because we forget on when we're solving equations. Like addition and subtraction can only be done with like terms. That rule is different for multiplication. For multiplication and for division, I can multiply and divide to anything. An x with a non-x, an x and a y. Like I can multiply things together always. But there's always limitations on addition and subtraction. Think about fractions. There's limitations on addition and subtraction with fractions, right? They have to have a common denominator. But when we multiply fractions, it really doesn't matter. I just multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms. But I'm not allowed to do that with addition and subtraction. So addition and subtraction is a little more limited. Are we okay there? I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a second. All right. So that goes away. I have y is equal to 3x plus 10. So now I'm in slope-intercept form. Okay, if I do the other one, what is that going to look like when I set it up in point slope? Ava, help me out.
Y minus 22 equals 3 parentheses x minus 4.
Perfect. Okay, so I've got that. Now, my process is exactly the same, right? So y minus 22 is equal to 3x minus 12. And now I'm going to do what? Add the 22 to both sides. Over here it cancels. Over here with the 12, it's going to give me 3x plus 10. And what do we notice? They are the same equation. And they're the same equation because they come from the same line, like Julian said. Everybody okay with that? So when we do these, if you're going from 2 points, then it doesn't necessarily matter which one you choose, and not everybody chooses the same one. So it doesn't matter because if it's the same line, it better have the same slope and the same y-intercept. Doesn't matter which pair of points I choose. All right, so when we come down here, I've got 2 points again. The first thing I have to find is the slope. All right, so what is that going to look like? Bless you, right here. Bless you. Set me up for the slope. Aiden Arthur.
I'm going to do negative 3 plus 5 since it's another negative. And then I'm going to do 12 minus 8.
Perfect. All right, so negative 3 plus 5 because that's a double negative. That's what he just said. So that's going to give me 2 over 4, which becomes a half. Please make sure we simplify fractions. Do not leave them unsimplified. I'm tired of writing that on your paper. Okay, now I have the slope. Okay, does it matter which one I choose? Okay, pick one, Nyla, and help me write the equation.
Y plus 5.
Okay,
Y equals 1 half parentheses 8 minus 8.
all right, we okay there? All right, now my process is going to be the same, so y plus 5 stays. distribute the half, half of 8 is 4. Now I just need to subtract 5, that goes away, and I've got y is equal to 1/2 x minus 9. Now, that's on my point slope line, and I didn't write it down there on my slope intercept. I'm not rewriting that, okay? On your paper, when you do the same thing, they give you a blank for point slope and they give you a blank for slope intercept. My advice to you is always work from the top down because you may need some more space. You do not have to go back and rewrite it in the blank. As long as I can find your original point slope and I can find your slope intercept, and if your work looks like that, I can find it pretty easily. You don't necessarily have to go write it in the blank. Is everybody okay? All right, here, slope, set it up, Balin.
44 minus 18.
Okay.
6 minus 2.
Okay, all right, so then when I do that, 44 minus 18 is gonna be 26 over 4, which is gonna become 13 over 2. So the only thing that goes in both those is 2. Are we okay there? All right, then we're gonna do our point slope form. Set that up for me, Sophia.
1 minus 44 equals 13 over 2. Parentheses x minus 6.
X minus what? Oh, 6, okay, sorry. All right, so if you use the other one, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. If you use the other one, it's probably that sneezing. All right, just kidding. All right, so y minus 44 is equal to 13 over 2x minus 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 13 is 39. Are we okay there? Now, okay, add 44. Over here it goes away, and I've got y is equal to 13 halves x plus 5. And had we used the other point, we would have gotten the exact same thing. Everybody okay there? All right. Down here, they gave it to us in a table. Okay. If we look at this right here, just wait a minute. If we look at this right here, number 13, the directions tell us to write point slope and then go to slope intercept form. Do I really need to write point slope for number 13 to be able to do that one? Why not? It gives me the y-intercept. I have it right here. So all I would really have to do is go calculate the slope. Does that make sense? And write it directly in y-intercept form, slope intercept form. But because they gave it to me this way and they tell me to do that, we are going to practice doing it. Which pair of points are easiest to use here? And yeah, 4 and -7. They're the easier points to use. Does that make sense? All right, so if we set that up, where are we going to put there? Easton, go.
-7 plus 8 over 4.
Okay, and that becomes a plus 8 because we have a double negative there, so it looks like I end up with a slope of 1/4. We already know what the y-intercept is supposed to be. We're going to prove it. Which point's the easiest to use for this? This one or this one? The 0, -8 is a little bit easier. Does that make sense to y'all? So that's probably what I would use. So that's going to look like y plus 8 because we have a double negative there, right? And then is equal to 1/4 times x minus 0, which is just going to go away. So I have y plus 8 is equal to 1/4 x. All I need to do now is subtract your 8 to the other side. Okay, so I have y is equal to 1/4 x minus 8. And that matches up to what we already knew that the y-intercept was supposed to be. Everybody okay there? All right, one more. Okay, I don't care which points we use. Kendall, which points you want to use? And which one?
10 and -16.
Yeah, it works for me. They're right there together. All right, so let's set up the slope. Aiden Payburn.
-16 plus 1.
Okay, and all right, so -16 plus 1 gives me -15. 10 minus 5 gives me 5. That's going to simplify to what? -3. All right, so now we're going to set up our point slope form. Case, take your point and do it.
Y plus 1 equals, negative 3x parentheses, oh, wait, negative 3 parentheses x, minus 5.
Perfect. Okay, so y plus 1 stays. I'm gonna distribute there. So I got this. Y plus 1 is equal to negative 3x plus 15. Then we're going to subtract the 1, and we end up with y is equal to negative 3x plus 14. And we could have used any pair of points on that table, and it would not have mattered. We would have gotten the same thing.